What's up, guys? It's Ashley, and yes, it's with 2 eyes.
You boys can't even sit with us, stupid. You dumbass niggas. You really thought you could sit with us, stupid? Nigga, look at my shoes. These is Louboutins, nigga. Yo, red squad, me boys can't even sit with us. Fly as me, boy. Must be smoking 80 bucks. Like Rory, put up on you for the page. I get legal money, I don't fuck with all that shady stuff. 80 bands off the roof like last week. Coming out and burning, now he burning like an athlete. I don't wanna squad with getting burning to your ass.
Okay, before we get this video started, I have to start off with disclaimers first. So I'll be telling a story of my first time ever taking edibles and getting high off them, and I'm not condoning any sort of drug use or any of that in this video. I'm not telling you to take drugs from you watching this story time, so I'm just simply sharing my experience. By the way, I'm wearing eyelashes, so like my eyes are open. I swear, I just have little eyes. And don't mind the rat's nest on my head. I had a side bun in, but I took it down and just threw it in this, and I teased it so it looks like dead rats on my head. But it's currently 12:01 right now. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So if I sound weird, it's because I'm tired, but like I'm not really tired, so I wanted to make this video. This is a story time of the first time I ever took edibles and got high. I've taken edibles before, but never got like high off them. Sophomore year, it was the first Friday of the school year. It was like a normal day or whatever. I remember I was going to 6th period because 5th period I have math, and my friend, I'm gonna call her Stacy, has 5th period, but she has Spanish. And the way we walk to our 6th periods, like we meet up with each other, like we see each other, right? So I was going to my 6th period, she was going to her 6th period. So like she sees me like right before the hallway. Okay, so there's this hallway right before lockers, that's the bathroom, and I seen her right before then, and she like grabbed me and she like brought me into the bathroom, and I was like, what, like what's going on? And she was like, yo, like I just bought edibles off this kid, like do you want some? And I was like, thinking in my head, I was like, at this time I had never like gone to high school or anything, so I was like, let me think about this for a second, like do I really want to do? And I was thinking about it and I was like, cookie, like of course give me one. So she gave me half a cookie. She had 3. She ate one herself. I think she gave one away, and then she gave me half. So I ate that cookie, half of it, and then I went to 6th period, and I did not know what to expect from these edibles. And I had my 2 friends. We're gonna call this kid Cody, and then my other friend, we're gonna call her Sarah. Okay, Cody and Sarah, that Stacy just gave me half a cookie and was like, yo, like if I start acting weird, like tell me to chill out. Like, it's like, oh, like okay, and they're just like watching me, and like I'm having a good time in Spanish, and we just mess around. So that's what we were doing. And towards the end of the class, like I was just getting tired. I was like, bro, like this isn't working, like this ain't shit. And next was 7th period, and I had that with Stacy. So I was gonna meet up with her again, right? Go into 7th period, which I have with Stacy. We sat in the back corner near the teacher's desk, and the guy who sold Stacy the edibles also sat with us, like so did his friends. It was high school, like always gone. Teachers are used to it, like he'd be dabbing and stuff under the desk, like teachers don't care. Yeah, he sat with us too, and he was all tweaking, so everyone was watching him, and me and her were just talking. I was like, yo, like I don't feel anything, like do you feel anything? She's like, no. I'm just like, but like maybe he just sold you like cookies or something, like not actual edibles. So we were just talking about shit, like, oh, it's not hitting me, like is it hitting you? And then the guy who sold them to her would always ask us like, oh, is it hitting you? And we're like, no, like it's not working. So he pulls out like the little card thing that like reads like the THC levels or whatever, and I was like, like okay, like seems legit, but like why isn't it working? Like excuse me, like what the fuck? Like I'm trying to be high as fuck right now. So she's like, oh, like I have half the cookie left, like we can eat it. And I was like, okay. So we ate it. I don't remember if it was half a cookie or like more left, but I think I ate a whole cookie in total, and so did she. So 7th period was nearing an end, and we were like, we still haven't felt this, like what the heck? And that kid, he was still rolling off whatever, like I don't know, he was tweaking out. I remember we were supposed to make a poster, so we were looking at the posters on the wall to like copy off of it because easy answers, right? So we were looking, and I remember it was hard for me to count. Like I was trying to count to 4, but like I couldn't. I was like 1, 2, 4. Like I forgot how to count, and I was like, this isn't normal. Like, I know how to count. So we just started like laughing like in the class. Like everything is like so funny. Like I'm having a grand old time in 7th period. I start thinking like, oh, like is it hitting me? Like no, it's not. My hearing starts to get like really weird. Like I don't really know how to explain it other than it sounded like I was underwater, but I wasn't. Weird, I know. So we're trying to write down the post or whatever. We're just like laughing, like giggling, like not really doing our work. And the bell rings, right? And we're laughing so hard. Like at this point, like we're both feeling like, I know. Like the bell rings. And I remember Stacy, like I made her laugh or something. So she like fell to the floor because she was laughing so hard. And I was like, yo, like we gotta go. Like, cause we rode the same bus. So like, you need to get up. Like we gotta go. So she got up and like we were just laughing. And like we both knew that was hitting us. We were like, whoa, like walked onto the bus, right? And Stacy sits with her other friend. And I sat with my other friend all the way in the back, right? So I'm just like sitting there like trying to act normal, like have my eyes wide open. Like I was just like I'm living my life right now. Like it's warm. It's the first Friday of the school year. Like it's still good weather. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home now. Like it's Friday. My friend comes on the bus. She sits down and she starts having like a conversation with me, but I'm not paying attention at all, like whatsoever. I remember like I was just like looking at her and I was like, wow, she looks different. I was like looking at her and I was like, should I tell her? And I was like, no, like I shouldn't tell her. Like I don't want her to know. Like I feel like that would be weird. Like I was going on in my head, like, should I tell her or should I not? And she was talking to me, like, having a full-on conversation, and I was not paying attention at all, and I felt so bad, but I couldn't concentrate. So, like, the bus ride, like, keeps going, like, my friend Stacy leaves or whatever. So, on the back of the bus, I'm in the last seat with my friend, and then our other friend is on the other side in the single seat, and in front of her is, like, a group of freshmen. And I remember, I don't know what they were talking about, but my friend, I'm gonna call her Dora, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna call her Dora. She who's sitting next to me, she was trying to talk to me. Like she thought I was listening. Like I'm pretty sure she couldn't tell because after I told her this story of like, oh, like I was high as fuck, like I was not listening to you at all. Or like she was like, oh, I feel bad that I didn't notice. And I was like, oh, like it's good, like you're fine. So the freshmen were sitting in front of our other friend who was sitting in a single seat next to us. I don't know why they were sitting there, like they usually don't sit there. But yeah, they were talking. There's this one freshman I particularly remember, bro. Like her voice, like I don't know what it was about it, but it was so soothing. Like my friend Dora was trying to talk to me, and I was just listening to this one freshman girl. I was like, wow, like her voice is so nice. Like it was so weird, bro. It was really odd because like everything, like in my ears, sound like I was underwater, but like everything, like if okay, so I was seeing from my eyes was like everything was like waves, like everything was like moving except for if I was concentrating on it. It was like, you know when you see heat waves in the distance and it's like moving like this, it was exactly like that except if I was concentrating on something, like I could actually see it. Like for example, like if I was concentrating on myself in this video, like I would look normal, right? But all around me would be looking like heat waves. Like that's what it looked like. But we finally got to my bus stop. Everything was good. So I was like, freak, like I gotta walk home. Like I gotta go home. Like my parents are home right now. Like what am I gonna do? So I was just like walking home and I was like thinking like random thoughts in my head. Like what if I get kidnapped right now? Like I'm not in the right mind. Like I need to walk home fast. I was just listening to my music. Get home and my mom is home, my dad is home, my grandma is home, and my brother is home. So I'm like, okay, time to act normal. So this wasn't the peak of how high I was yet. I come home and I'm changing, right? And like usually what we do like when we come home is like we change and then we go eat snack downstairs and whatever else we need to do. So I change and I know like I'm taking forever. At least like time, like, there was no concept of time for me. Like I felt like everything was going in slow motion. Like that's why I was trying to move faster because like everything was so slow. But like in reality, like if other people were looking at me, I was moving normal motion, if you get what I mean. So I changed, right? I was like, oh, like I have to go eat snack. Like snack sounds so good. Like food like sounds so good right now. Like I can't wait to eat. So I go downstairs. My grandma gives me like snack, like peanuts and walnuts, like an orange. So that, and I don't know where like this conversation comes up. My grandma's like, oh, like I can tell when people are high because they're quiet. And I was like, am I being quiet right now? So why is she saying that? So like I was trying to talk to them, but like also be eating. So my mom was like, oh, like, how was your day? I was like, oh, like, it was good or whatever. And like I was just trying to act as normal as possible without them knowing, because I was like low-key starting to like tweak myself out, because like, oh my god, what if they know, like, ooh, like, this is bad. So I remember I went to the bathroom afterwards so I could check my eyes. Like, can they tell? Like, they're red, like they can see. And I remember I was taking a picture. It was exactly like this. I was like trying to take a picture like this, but like it was so bad. Like you could see like I looked like Flashback Mary, and like it was half my face, and I was like like so zoned out. Like it was so bad. So I went out of the bathroom because like they're probably wondering what I'm doing in there, but like no one was really paying attention to me. Go sit on the couch because my mom, I remember at this time I was getting put on a sort of medicine to help with something. Not gonna disclose that, but yeah, at this time I was getting put on medicine to help with something. So I needed to talk to my doctor, right? And on the phone, like phone call meeting or whatever. So I was like, oh my god, I need to call her at like 5. Like this is not good. So I was like, damn, like I'm high. I cannot speak to this doctor while I'm high. So I like laid down on the couch and I was like, oh, like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, like I just need to take a nap. But the thing is, like, I don't know, I say this weird thing like when I'm high and I'm like, oh, like I'm not sleeping, my eyes are closed but my mind is open, like I'm still awake but my eyes are closed. It's weird, I say that, and like I swear I'm not sleeping because I can hear everything, like I'm paying attention. It's just my eyes are closed because I'm resting. It's weird, but I don't know if anyone else is like that. But yeah, I was like laying on the couch and like everything was still, like I could hear it was like I was underwater, like everything was. So I was just sitting on the couch with my eyes closed but my ears open, so I was listening, you know. You get it, it's weird. Probably like 30 minutes later I was like, oh, like come in here. And this is when I was starting to like come down off of it. So like I was getting really tired, so I was like, oh, like I was still like sort of high but I was tired. So I went in there, I talked to my doctor, everything was good. So it's starting to wear off. And I remember I had to go to the store with my mom, and it was like 8 on a Friday night. And I was so tired. I just couldn't wait to get home. So I got home at 9. I fell asleep at 9, right? The day before. I woke up at, I think, 11:30 the next day. That was really the best sleep of my life, bro. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I slept so good that night. My parents never found out about that until I told them the story. So yeah, guys, that was the story time of the first time I ever got high off edibles. If you want to hear any more story times like this or any of those suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.